If you followed me for a while, you'll know that over the last few days and weeks, I have basically exposed David and his team and a bunch of people on Reddit that seem to be supporting him for apparently plotting to relaunch his music career and actually follow through with a new version of his deluxe album, Marcescence. It's the deluxe version of the album Withered, which, if you know the history and the story, why the title of that is just despicable. But basically, with this project, I believe that they were planning to release it and that they pulled back. Well, now it's going around absolutely everywhere, all over Reddit, all over the place, that apparently David released a song today. And a lot of people have been sending me to this. I wasn't going to do anything about this. I wasn't going to mention it, but I feel like so many people have been sending this to me, I have to respond. So this has been going around. Apparently a song called I Did It was uploaded to David's kind of, streaming service accounts, Apple Music, Spotify, things like that today. Now, I will make this clear that it's not real. It's not real. It's not a real release. This did happen. This did get uploaded, and this I Did It release, it happened as far as this isn't doctored. It did get released on streaming services. But it's not a new song, and I don't believe that it's released by David's team. If it is, they could be trying to muddy the waters like they did a few weeks ago. But I don't believe this is a new song. But let me show you some of the reaction to this, and then I'll give you a lot more backstory about the actual song, because I know quite a lot about this. So these are some of the comments going around on these posts. It says, his account wasn't hacked and his team definitely isn't behind this. Literally anyone can pay DistroKid $10 to upload a leaked track, and Apple Music's bots will just auto dump it straight onto his official page because if the artist names match. If it's just a fake upload by a random person trying to make a quick buck off the leak, this happens to a lot of massive artists all the time, and it will stay up until his actual label notices and files a copyright strike to pull it down. People saying his label dropped him. I think it's just up to him or his family to take this down. I wonder how long it will be up for. Obviously, we found out that he got dropped from his label during the hearings, and people point out correctly, this seems to be the unreleased Celeste song. His account is most likely hacked, and someone posted this to it, but it's not anything we haven't heard already. Still crazy, especially if he was behind the release. Now, I'll be honest, there's been a lot of weird things going on social media and on Reddit, and I'm going to kind of do a much bigger deep dive and investigation into some of the things going on Reddit. And some of you Redditors are not safe. That's what I'll say. Some of you Redditors, oh, you're in big trouble. But we'll be seeing about that as time goes on. We've got to get a lot of other things out the way first. People saying, how is this stuff that easy to be hacked, or did he really give that many people access to it? But apparently, distro services basically allow you to do that. They're saying picture of the car is insane. There's apparently other... So it's interesting the LLC isn't listed at the bottom of it like it is here. Definitely leads me to believe this is a troll using the distro service people have mentioned in other comments. So there's kind of a bunch of posts. This is going super viral on the usual subreddits. This is the David2 subreddit. People were saying, did this actually happen? Does anyone have a screen recording? This was posted, but obviously I don't know. They're saying if I see this, they respect my work, and I'm going to make it clear it's not true. Right, it's not real. It's not true. They're saying it's just the full release of the Celeste song, the song that's been widely available on YouTube for some time, talking about how his name is tattooed on her chest and it has her voice at the end. So a few people have downloaded it and they kind of jumped straight onto this investigation. All the Redditors, they're saying, has anyone else seen it appearing on Apple Music? And there it is. Okay, but it is an old song. We'd already heard it. People saying hacked. What are the lyrics? I don't even want to play it. His accounts are hacked. This is what it's showing on Apple Music. Now, I won't play it to you because he might be able to copyright strike the video and make a few pennies off of the fact that, I'd even played the song, because they kind of have a whole system that basically allows you to do that. But what's interesting, I did see an interesting comment here. They're saying it was posted on YouTube as well. No way. Is that real? Is that real? Nah, cap. They finessed me. So somebody said something about R. Kelly. They said this is like when R. Kelly went to jail. Someone took his 19-minute song, I Admit, a real song, by the way, split it up into 3 songs to get paid more and uploaded it to his official Spotify temporarily. I wouldn't be surprised if it's his little brother trying to get some quick money real quick by doing it for a few days. Now, no doubt people probably... The fact that everybody posted this around... I wouldn't be surprised if this got a few plays and generated a few bucks. I really wouldn't be surprised if this made a little bit of money, to be honest with you guys. I don't know how much, and obviously I've spoken in a previous video about a bunch of pseudonym accounts posting David's unreleased music, and I personally have a theory that that is David and his family putting that stuff up there and making money on the back end. I also believe, this is just my personal opinion, allegedly, all right, I believe that his family and friends are actually organizing the vinyl release of the Withered Deluxe Marcescence album. And I believe that they were actually scheduled to have those delivered next month. Go and watch the previous video I did about that if you kind of want more info. People saying, has anyone else noticed this? New track just appeared on David's Apple Music page. Even though he's currently in prison, the exact same kind of thing happened on Spotify last week. Does anyone else find it a bit strange, or is this completely normal? Could it be scheduled releases or something else going on? I'm saying it's probably literally children having access to his logins and passwords for things like updating his streaming services. A bored, attention-seeking kid is probably messing with this. They're saying his management are real adults, even though they're weak-willed, unscrupulous, profit-minded dudes with no morals. They're not stupid enough to update with new music and get attention this way. So people are saying he's hacked. People kind of reacted to it. This was going viral. People were losing their minds over this, basically. David's song called I Did It's been released. Can't believe it. Hashtag David, hashtag shorts. People saying not hack. Anyone can do this. Okay. The song was published by apparently someone in the Discord server. They're just fucking around. They've been banned. It's not a hack. It happens all the time. Even Kanye has had fake songs published under his name easily. So they're saying it's a specific hacker. It's definitely a hack. When you click on the song on Apple Music, it shows the actual person who posted it. The hacker is called Axe, and it shows his actual name on the song. But it's the song by David titled Celeste. But the I Did It is just for shock value. The person who did it had ill intentions, but also F David. Saying the guy is a weird Brazilian who published a song. I wouldn't call it a hack. What do they even get out of it? It is rage bait. So this has kind of just been going around everywhere. Everybody's just been like in shock. Loads of people have been sending it to me, and I've kind of been like, eye roll. Yeah, it's not real. It's a load of nonsense. It's called trolling, right? Why don't people understand that he has active attorneys? They would never advise him to do this. Also, a contract with a music label that would never allow him to release it. That second part is untrue because they did drop him in December, and that is confirmed. So here's the actual song. So just to save you guys even listening to it, we're not having anybody create any revenue for David, okay? It's not happening, all right? Don't listen to his music. If you have to listen to his music for research purposes, do it on YouTube because he's completely demonetized. You won't get anything out of it. But this is the song Celeste, and these are the lyrics. But I'll read you like the backstory of the song. Apparently it was recorded in late December 2023 after a former partner of David's, Celeste, an unreleased song expressing deep emotions for the alleged subject over a sad piano melody. He expresses his love for Celeste, and it ends with a guitar solo. What is this? Is this proof of when it was created? So this is actually the metadata of when Celeste demo was created, December 2023. Now here's what's interesting, because I can grab my notebook and I can say I'm pretty sure that there were messages around those dates. So if this song was actually created, all right, this tribute to Celeste was actually created on the 23rd of December in 2023, what was the conversation going on between them during that period of time? I wonder. Well, I'll tell you folks, okay? So the conversations that were closest to this date, 3 days before this song was created, okay, that's when David basically went back and forth with Celeste about the illicit adult activities that they'd been getting up to. He texted her on December 20th, 3 days before this song was created, saying that shit was fun as hell. And she replied, do I take the plan B? David replied, take it sober too. If you don't feel any symptoms tomorrow, take it tomorrow. You have 72 hours. Now, it's funny, right? Because vaguely, really, within like 72 hours of him sending that to her, he's created this song about her. Now, the day after those initial messages and 2 days before this Celeste song was created, David messaged her, and this was one of the worst messages in the whole thing, said, why not one band when you deserves 10? And Celeste said, what, 10 because you fucked me 10 times? And then later on, he texted her back, said 6 actually, baby. And she replied, how you know? She was still 13 when all this went on. So now we know, to add to the timeline, all right, that he had actually, within 2 days of saying that, he had made this song, this tribute to her, oh, Celeste. So let me read you the lyrics of the song now that you've got the context, all right? Oh, I'm getting angry again. I need to calm down. I've been triggered. Baby, baby, I love you. So this is what it's like to not need weed to get high. He's euphoric. They're doing it 6 times a day. He's euphoric. He says, I don't need weed. I'm high off of this illicit relationship with a 13-year-old. Says David saying the special feeling of spending time with Celeste makes him feel the same effects that are felt following the usage of cannabis. Commonly reported effects include relaxation and euphoria, a sense of well-being, calmness, and detachment from worries, altered perception of time and space, feeling like time is moving more slowly or that objects appear larger or smaller, cognitive impairment, difficulty concentrating, remembering, or making decisions. David may be claiming that Celeste brings him relaxation, euphoria, and makes him feel as if time is moving slower. Time's going to move very slowly when he's serving that life sentence. So he went on to say, I love it. Oh, I love it when you hold me when you cry. Now that's so gross, because later on, it wouldn't have been before this, but it would have been later on, right? Later on, after they broke up, I think that he actually explained that one of the last times that they hooked up, he basically said they had a conversation on December the 20th, 2024. And she basically said to him, I thought you invited me to your house to cuddle. I was going to go home. We could have just kissed and left it at that. David replied, you asked if I wanted sex and I folded. And she said, sex is a connection. And David said, then we stopped. You cried. I held you. And then you asked again. And Celeste said, no, we made out. I was supposed to go home. Now, it's so sad to think that those are the actual conversations they were having, and he's in this song talking about, I love it when you hold me when you cry. He had her crying loads of times. Now, and what's really twisted, talking about you cry just because, be my Valentine, I want to make Cupid suicidal. Now, this is so fucked up, because if this song was recorded in December 2023, they were already having this illegal relationship and doing it 6 times in a day, but it was the Valentine's Day in 2024. 2 months after this, they were probably planning Operation Awesome and basically planning out this Valentine's Day, saying, be my Valentine. She was his Valentine. He came with his security guard to kidnap her during Operation Awesome so they could spend that time together. Absolutely crazy. Says these are the kind of thoughts that cross my mind just because I love you so much. I love you so much. Darling, I would love to ease your mind, but you only open up when you get high. Now that's so messed up, because obviously when I just told you the messages that were sent just 3 days before this confirmed that he said to her, you need to be sober when you take that plan B. So he was probably getting her drunk, getting her high, and then doing despicable things. He said, if I had the money, I would buy us time. I mean, he was buying a security guard to come and try and kidnap her in the middle of the night, the day before Valentine's Day for Operation Awesome. So he bought that. Or is he saying, I would buy 4 more years so that you're of age? It is so crazy. Self-snitched so many times. He said, just to get by, just to stay high, to stay with her, to stay high, getting this high off love that he's getting when he's with her. It's just so wrong. So he goes on in the bridge, oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Now, that's not true. As far as I'm aware, there was no tattoo of his name on her chest, but it was on her finger. Said, smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. Now, we never actually got to find out when these tattoos were actually administered to David and Celeste. And that is interesting. This makes me think she got his name tatted before this song, which was December the 23rd, 2023. He said, I smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. Oh, Celeste. And he was clearly. He clearly was obsessed, right? They did have matching tattoos. It's absolutely true. So from there, he says, afraid you'll only love me when undressed, but you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Now, I didn't never hear about no dresses, but what we did hear about was apparently his phone lock screen wallpaper was him and her shirtless in an embrace, right? And that was considered an illegal photograph under the rules of law. Said, missing you so much makes me depressed, but I digress because I love you so much. I love you so much, baby. I love you. This is gross, okay? So it's not a real upload. He hasn't really released a song called I Did It, but it does seem like he did it. And this was the song Celeste. And just finding out that this was the song and realizing when this was recorded and exactly what messages were going on is just gross. I'm just so gross. This guy should just be ashamed of himself in every shape and form. I'm just disgusted constantly at this situation. So anyway, that's it from me. I'm going to actually come back and do another Andrew Tate update because I know you guys were enjoying that Tristan video that I uploaded earlier, but I've got some separate dirt on Andrew Tate that I'm going to do in another video. And I actually do want to do another David video today if I have time, but I'm reviewing a big 4-hour documentary that's going to be going on my main channel, Trap Law Ross. So I've got a lot going on. I'm really busy. All right, but there's a lot going on. I've got a busy week next week. A lot to catch up on after the trial, but I'm good. Thank you for everybody that's been reaching out, checking on me. I was very emotional at the end of last week, and it was really, really tough. And I'm still feeling a little bit. I'm going up and down. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting visions of all horrible things that I'd seen this week, like flashbacks. It's horrible. But I'm good. I'm hanging in there. Thank you, everyone that checked on me, and I'm going to be okay. But I appreciate it, all right? I'm not going to get emotional like that again because I'm a little bit embarrassed, but also I'm glad that I could just keep it real with you guys and that went down in a positive manner. So yeah, thank you for everybody supporting me, checking on me. Means a lot. Thank you. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for watching this one, and I'm out for now. Peace.